Hey there, comic fans. I am back from the comic shop again today. It was a big week for me at the comic shop. I got 11 new comics. Plus, I also got 11 duplicate comics too, but I'll show you those in a second. I'm also wearing a ponytail. I don't usually do that. And what the heck is this? They're back to True Believers. No more Marvel's greatest creators? I guess they didn't think that... who did this? Terry Kavanagh, Alex Saviuk, and Joe Rubinstein were their greatest creators? What's that all about? But, got a copy of that. Web of Spider-Man, the Spider Armor, which I never read back in the 90s, but I'll read it now. What is this? A Web of Spider-Man 100. You know how I've been loving these True Believers. We got True Believers #1, The New Spider-Man. And this is that Marvel Team-Up, right? Marvel Team-Up 141. I think this is, this was the second appearance of the black costume. It came out like a week after that, what is it, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 141. I know, I was there, I bought both of them. This came out second. There's no controversy with me. I know this came out second. But I haven't read it since 1980. I don't think I have it anymore. Whenever, let's see, was there a year on this? Oh, it's cut off. Copyright 1984. I probably haven't read it since 1984. And then here's the other 11. True Believers, The Amazing Spider-Man #1, the original Ditko and Lee. But I got 12 copies of it. They're only $1 a piece, so it's not that expensive. But I am going to make my own cover. Well, once to a friend. I'm going to make an edition of 10. I'm going to draw my own Spider-Man #1 cover and wrap it on this myself. I'm going to pull the staples, print out the cover, wrap it on myself. I'm going to have my own edition of 10 of Amazing Spider-Man #1. I started drawing it yesterday, actually, and today it's going to take a while. But I'll let you know when it's done. I'll show it to you. But yeah, an edition of 10 of my own alternate cover. How about everyone else is making alternate covers? I'll make my own. What the heck? And then it looks like we've got Actual Roger #3 of a 5-issue miniseries. This is the one from Alterna Comics that I just happened to pick up on a lark because it's only $1.50, and I really enjoyed the first issue, so I put the rest of the series on my pull list. It's an all ages comic about this little kid down here is Actual Roger. He gets superpowers, becomes this guy's sidekick, and it's all kind of figured out. They're like, oh yeah, you'll just sidekick with this guy here, and he's like, I don't want a sidekick, and it's comedy. It's good stuff. Last issue they fought some kind of giant a giant killer sperm whale, intelligent killer sperm whale who was tired of people using his brothers and sisters to experiment on. Oh, look at this. Birthright is back. Haven't seen this in a couple of months, I don't think. Issue number 36. Oh, looks like it's the magic guy with his magic gun. Those are all the military type guys that were after him. We'll see how this goes. See, last I knew they were running across the ocean to Ireland or something to hide out, and some guys with guns were coming after him. Oh, look, there's a 4-armed ape of some kind. And magic may have been loose in the world. I don't remember. It's been a while. I'll have to look up when the last time Birthright came out, because I'm not sure. Then we got newish of Criminal, #5. Criminal is easily one of the best comics of the 21st century. Tom King. New story arc. So jump on. And they're also putting out the 2-issue story arc that... 2-issue story arc that took place in the comic book. It took place in the comic book universe about a comic book artist. Always good Sean Phillips art. They're putting that out as a graphic novel with a few extra pages to be released at San Diego Comic-Con. I forget what they named it, but if you want to sample some criminal and read a whole story, it's going to be like how many pages? 60 pages or something. But it's good stuff. We'll see what this one's about. So they flash back to Vietnam there. They've got a series of continuing characters in it that they flash back and forth in their life on. So we'll see which one this is. And there's what I like about this too. There's always I like these articles in the back. They have these articles in the back. A brief discussion with Ed Brubaker, Jason Starr, Alex Segura, and Sarah. That looks like Jim Rockford, one of my favorite TV shows. And there is Miss Marple. That's also one of my favorite TV shows. She's my favorite Agatha Christie character, Miss Marple. And there's Joan something played her. Oh, and there is oh God, all of a sudden I forgot his name. You know who he is, this famous actor here, whose name I all of a sudden can't remember. And so I guess they discuss TV show and movie mystery crime actors. So always enjoy Criminal. Then what do you see? #Danger #2. My reorder of #1 did not come in, so I guess I'm going to start with #2. Some Chris Geruso artwork. Who's writing it? Tom Payer and Chris Geruso. They're doing a Fantastic Four riff. Didn't get to read issue 1, so we'll see how 2 goes. But it's on my pull list now, so I'll be reading it. Chris is a friend of mine, and I'm a fan of his artwork in general, so I usually buy whatever he gets that comes out. What did he... Encounter was the last book he did. So now I'll read this one. A little #Danger for you. And we're getting near the end of Paper Girls. I think issue 30 is our last issue, so this is 29. There we go. Wraparound cover. Time travel story. I don't even know what's going on in it anymore. They're trying to fix time now. There's the old timers fighting the new timers, and our 4 Paper Girls from the 80s got swept up into this time traveling war. And due to its time travel, I think the war is already over, but they actually have to go through the process of stopping the war too. Time travel will give you a headache, but it's been a fun series. I've enjoyed. Like I said, it's a $4.99 comic now, but it was a $3.99 comic for the longest time. Where's the price on it? $3.99. But it was a $3.99 comic for the $2.99 comic for most of the series, and kind of that's why I bought it. I was like, it's okay, but it's $2.99, so I'd rather get that. But then it went up, and I was almost going to drop it, but then they said this is the last arc, so I'll stay with it. It's been solid, if not spectacular. This I don't even want to open. The Walking Dead, issue 192. Last issue ended with a cliffhanger, and there may be the most major death of all time in this. If I don't know, I haven't read it, I haven't heard, but the price of this issue, I had it on my pull list, so I get it at cover price. But otherwise, the comic shop had it up for $15, I think. And he said there's a run on this issue of The Walking Dead. I assume because of a major death, but I don't know. Maybe not. And there were people calling up the shop all day, and they only had a few extra. That's why they put it at $15, I think. They didn't have a ton of them. So if everybody's out running to get this one, I'm going to have to read it first thing before it's spoiled for me. So I don't even want to open it to show you anything, and I won't. And then, though it came out 2 weeks ago, here was The Goon. The Villainy of Vinny Nosferatu. Oh my God, curved a little here, my shop. My shop has trouble with this Eric Powell stuff, I notice. I told him to make sure it was on my pull list to John today, just to double check. Because Dave, who I saw last week, said, I got a Goon coming in for you next week. Make sure it's on your... I don't know why he couldn't make sure, but... make sure John checks your pull... Make sure it's on your pull list. So, but he found a copy for me somewhere, and I got that. Oh, and then look what else is back. It's Stray Bullets 41. I wonder if that means the Lodger is over from Black Mask or whoever was putting that out. I bought the first issue of that and just didn't like it. I love Stray Bullets, but for some reason that first issue of The Lodger made no sense to me. It just left me disappointed, so I didn't bother with the series. And I assume it was just a 4 or 6 issue series. Now he's back with Stray Bullets, but I'm a huge Stray Bullets fan. I think it's amazing how, I don't know why that one just didn't resonate with me. I didn't like it at all. Found it I could not tell you what that first issue of Lodger was about. I don't know. There was maybe a serial killer. There was maybe some crime. I don't know who was the hero, who was the villain. The plot was convoluted. So like I said, I didn't stick with it, but love Stray Bullets. Been reading this one for years and years now, and we're going to have fun reading that. Oh, look, comic shop news. I forgot to show you this at the beginning because I had such a huge pile of comics, and it got down at the bottom. Once again, Joe Benitez is mechanically inclined. Don't know what that means. I'll have to read the article. Oh, I guess it's Lady Mechanica. There we go. Haven't heard her in a while. Used to be a lot of people on YouTube collecting Lady Mechanica covers. Oh, there's a page from it. But I haven't seen one in a while. Speaking of haven't seen in a while, there was a new Scotty Young cover for some Marvel book this week. I haven't seen anyone showing off Scotty Young covers on YouTube in months and months. I wonder if he stopped doing Marvel covers or people just grew disinterested in him. Lots of stuff to get. Marvel Comics 1000, The Thing, Gwenpool, little Jack Kirby, Visionaries. So I'm going to show you. I got no big artwork to show you because I've been busy doing little artwork. Don't want to show these off too much because I did a pile of my ASMR drawings that I'll be publishing the videos of over the summer. I'll probably post one a week. I got some of my art card ones done too, so I'll be posting 2 of my live drawing ASMR drawings a week. Man, that smells like Sharpie. And the other little thing I've been working on, just got a new drawing book. I've been doing little sketches in it. This is where I've been working out my Spider-Man cover I was going to do. I ended up going, well, one side might be, I might do a flip book cover. One side might be sort of this standard Spider-Man cover, and the other is going to have sort of a layout like, matter of fact, this ASM. I took one of these and I'm kind of applying it to Spider-Man, but we'll see how that comes out. It's a little weird. But all right, there's a little art for you and a whole bunch of comics, and you guys have a good week out there.